You found your ideal client on Upwork or elsewhere. Now what? Hey everyone, my name is Sylvia and welcome to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking all about what you should be including in your Upwork proposal or cover letter in order to get your ideal client's attention. So let's get on to that. As a little disclaimer, I'll be talking a lot about Upwork on this video because that's where most of my experience is, but any of these tips can be applied to whether you're sending an email to someone pitching your services, or if you're applying to a job on a different platform, or sending a cover letter to another job or another freelancing job or anything like that. You can still apply these tips on different situations because they aren't Upwork specific, even though I may refer to Upwork sometimes. So with that out of the way, let's get on to the actual video. You want to start off by introducing yourself. This may sound obvious, but you definitely want to try your best to include your client's name in your greeting to them. Now, obviously, if you're finding them through the website or social media and pitching them via email, I would assume you know their name and you can include that in their email. So, hey Josh, hey Samantha, hey, I don't know, David. I know this can be a little bit tougher if you're finding your client on Upwork because it doesn't always tell you the client name. Sometimes they sign it off on the job post itself. So look at the end of the job post, see if they sign off their name. But if they didn't, something I really like to do is scroll all the way down to the feedback from past freelancers. So the feedback the freelancers left to that client. And most times they write like, hey, Josh was great, or Sarah was a really knowledgeable client on this, this, and that, and I loved working with Maria, or something like that. They can usually let you know the client's name, and you can then include that in your proposal. Another way you can find your client's name is if they invite you to the Upwork job. So if they invite you to the job, they usually send a message with that invitation, and at the end, that's usually signed with their name. So those are the three main ways you can find their name if you are finding them on Upwork. After you say, hey, client's name, whatever it is, I usually like to add a little introduction about myself. Now, don't make this too big. You can make it your elevator pitch, just to let them know what it is that you do, what it is that you help clients with, and how you can help them do this particular job post or with this particular need. Now, with that being said, avoid talking too much about you. I know this can be an easy trap to fall into because it's a cover letter. You want to sell yourself to them. But in the end, the client wants to know how you can help them, not how great you are in general. So they don't want to read your whole biography. Just stick to what's important and what's relevant to the job. For example, if you have experience in a certain job in the past, if you're applying, let's say, for someone in a wedding industry, you can let them know that you worked at a wedding boutique in the past, but don't let them know that you worked in a supermarket. That wouldn't be relevant to the job. Or for example, if you have a degree in computer science, that wouldn't be relevant to that. But if you have a degree in marketing and you're applying to a social media management job, that would probably be more relevant, and you would want to mention that in your cover letter. So it's just a matter of filtering out what's important and what's not, because the client doesn't want to read through fluff, basically. Also, something I always like to do is share my excitement for the job. Now, obviously, this only applies if you're applying to a job that you really are excited about and you really want to do. Hopefully that's the case if you're applying to a job. But I usually like to share how excited I am, either about what the job entails. Like, for example, if I see a job that's just about Instagram and they just want the best quality content for Instagram, I'll let them know, like, hey, Instagram is actually my favorite platform by far, and I love creating content for it, so I feel like I would be great to help you out. For example, I would probably love to work for someone that works in the gaming industry, a game agency or something of that sort. So if I was applying to a job in that area, I would let them know how passionate I am about video games and everything like that, and how I play them every day, and how it incorporates with my life. So I would share that excitement in my cover letter. letter, once again, if it's relevant. The ultimate thing you want to keep in mind here is that you want to tie everything back to them. You want to mention something and tie it back to how you can help them and how that will help you help them. So in the end, like I said before, you want to share how perfect you are for that job, not how great you are in general. Last but not least, ask questions. I can't stress this enough. This really shows to the client that you really are interested and you care about them and want to help them the best that you can. I personally have a set of questions that I always like to ask. For example, I want to ask if they didn't add it to their job post. I like to see their website or their socials to get a feel for what they do and to see what they've been doing in the past in their socials. So I want to see how I can make it better. I also like to ask even further and ask them, oh, what have you tried with social media in the past? What has worked? What hasn't? Have you worked with a social media manager before? Or why are you thinking about investing in a social media manager now? So I can get a feel for their mindset in terms of this job and I can see how I can fit into their needs in a way. I also like to ask about budget. I know that on Upwork, most of the times you have either an hourly budget or a fixed price budget, but sometimes clients aren't exactly sure how much they budget for. So I like to open up that line of conversation and let them know, hey, I actually work on a fixed price basis for my social media management packages. So if they have an hourly project, I like them know, hey, this is a more beneficial way for both of us to work because we know exactly how, you know exactly how much you have to pay at the end of the month and I know exactly how much I'm going to get. So what would be your monthly budget for this project? Just so I know and I come prepared afterwards and I don't pitch to them a $1,000 package on a $100 budget. And honestly, if it is that $100 budget, I would probably let them know, hey, I'm not the girl for you. You should probably look into someone else or you should come back when you have a higher budget. I also always like to end my proposal, my cover letter with suggesting to get on a call. So I like to let them know, hey, if you're interested in discussing this further, I would love to get on a call with you. I would love to get to know you better, your business better, and your needs. So it would be best to discuss this on a call. It lets them know that one, you're serious, and two, that you care about them and that you want to help them better. And it's overall a better way to exchange information than back and forth in messaging, in my opinion. So yeah, as a recap, if you're sending a cover letter, whether it is on Upwork or through email or anything like that, first, call them by their name. People love their name and love being called by their name, go figure. Second, keep your introduction short and keep the information about yourself short and relevant to the person, to the job post in question. 3, ask questions, show your interest, show that you care and that you want to learn more so you can do a better job. And 4th, suggest a follow-up call so you can both get on a call, you can both get on the same page and discuss everything further. And something I forgot to mention, actually, I don't know how I forgot this, but I also always like to include a video. Now, I record my videos using Loom and it's very quick, usually under a minute, just to say, hey, this is me. Hi, I'm Sylvia. I'm a social media manager. I saw your job post and I would love to help you out. Instagram is my favorite social media platform. I love creating quality content for it. I love share your excitement through video form. I think that's the most powerful marketing tool. Shows your personality, shows how much you care, and shows that you are ultimately dedicated to the job because someone that records a video is not the same person that would just copy and paste a proposal. So yeah, that was it for today. If you have any questions about Upwork proposals, Upwork in general, Instagram in general, anything like that, or requests for future videos, let me know down in the comments. And if you like this video, don't forget to give me a like and subscribe down below so you don't miss out on my next video. I post every Friday and I'll talk to you guys next week. Bye!